Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Client-server binding, a detailed tutorial with code examples. Client-server binding is a fundamental concept in network programming, establishing a connection between a client application and a server application. This connection allows the client to request services from the server, and the server to provide responses. This tutorial will explore various aspects of client-server binding, including 1. Fundamentals of client-server architecture. 2. Socket programming, the foundation of binding. 3. Binding in TCP, Transmission Control Protocol. 4. Binding in UDP, User Datagram Protocol. 5. Handling multiple clients, threading/async. 6. Error handling and best practices. 7. Code examples, Python. 1. Fundamentals of client-server architecture. At its core, the client-server model involves two distinct entities. Server. The server is a program that listens for incoming connection requests from clients on a specific port and IP address. It waits passively, ready to accept these requests and process them. It provides services, example file sharing, database access, web pages, to clients. Client. The client actively initiates a connection to the server. It sends requests to the server and then waits for the server's response. It utilizes the services provided by the server. Key concepts. IP address. A unique numerical identifier for a device on a network, example 192.168.1.10, 127.0.0.1, localhost. Port number. A numerical identifier for a specific application or service on a device. Port numbers range from 0 to 65,535. Well-known ports, 0 to 1023, are typically reserved for standard services, example HTTP on port 80, SSH on port 22. Socket. An endpoint of a two-way communication link between two programs running on a network. It is a software abstraction that represents a network connection. A socket is created using the socket system call. It is defined by a combination of IP address and port number. Binding. Associating a socket with a specific IP address and port number on the server side. This makes the server accessible to clients at that particular address and port. Listening. The server puts the bound socket in a listening state, waiting for incoming connection requests from clients. Accepting. When a client requests a connection, the server accepts the connection, creating a new socket specifically for communication with that client. This allows the server to handle multiple clients concurrently. 2. Socket programming, the foundation of binding. Socket programming is the primary way to implement client-server applications. It involves using system calls to create, bind, listen, accept, connect, send, and receive data through sockets. Core socket operations. 1. Socket, creates a new socket. Requires specifying the address family, example AF_INET for IPv4, and the socket type, example SOC_stream for TCP, SOC_gram for UDP. 2. Bind, associates the socket with a specific IP address and port number. This is essential for the server to be reachable by clients. 3. Listen, puts the socket in a listening state, waiting for incoming connection requests. Only applies to TCP sockets. 4. Accept, accepts a connection request from a client. Creates a new socket for the connection with that client. Only applies to TCP sockets. 5. Connect, * initiates a connection to a server's socket. This is a client-side operation. 6. Send, /req, TCP sends and receives data over a TCP connection. These operations are reliable, meaning that data is guaranteed to be delivered in the correct order and without errors. Retransmission is handled automatically. 7. Send to, /req from, UDP sends and receives data over a UDP connection. These operations are unreliable, meaning that data may be lost or arrive out of order. UDP is connectionless, each packet is sent independently. 8. Close, * closes a socket, releasing the resources it was using. 3. Binding in TCP, Transmission Control Protocol. TCP is a connection-oriented protocol that provides reliable, ordered delivery of data. It's widely used for applications that require high reliability, such as web browsing, email, and file transfer. Server-side TCP binding * 1. Create a socket * socket, AF_INET, SOC_stream. 2. Bind the socket * bind, host, port. 3. Listen for connections * listen, backlog. Backlog specifies the maximum number of queued connection requests. 4. Accept connections * accept, returns a new socket for the connection and the client's address. 5. Send / receive data * send, and req, on the accepted socket. 6. Close sockets * close, on both the listening and accepted sockets. Client-side TCP connection * 1. Create a socket * socket, AF_INET, SOC_stream. 2. Connect to the server * connect, host, port. 3. Send / receive data * send, and req, on the connected socket. 4. Close the socket * close. 4. Binding in UDP, User Datagram Protocol. UDP is a connectionless protocol that provides fast but unreliable data transfer. It's suitable for applications where speed is more important than guaranteed delivery, such as streaming video and online games. Server-side UDP binding * 1. Create a socket * socket, AF_INET, SOC_gram. 2. Bind the socket * bind, host, port. 3. Receive data * req from, returns the data and the client's address. 4. Send data * send to, requires the client's address to send the response. 5. Close the socket * close. Client-side UDP communication * 1. Create a socket * socket, AF_INET, SOC_gram. 2. Send data * send to the server's address and port. 3. Receive data * req from the server. 4. Close the socket * close. Important differences between TCP and UDP regarding binding *. TCP requires explicit connection establishment, connect / accept. UDP does not. Each UDP datagram is sent independently. TCP is connection-oriented. UDP is connectionless. TCP provides reliable delivery. UDP does not. With TCP, the accept call creates a new socket for the specific client. The original socket remains listening for more connections. With UDP, the same socket is used to receive from and send to all clients. 5. Handling multiple clients, threading / async. A server needs to handle multiple clients concurrently. There are two main approaches. Threading * each client connection is handled in a separate thread. This allows the server to process multiple requests in parallel. Asterisk advantages asterisk simple to implement, good for CPU-bound tasks. Asterisk disadvantages asterisk can be resource-intensive, thread creation overhead, potential for race conditions and deadlocks, requires careful synchronization. Asterisk asynchronous programming, asyncio uses a single thread and an event loop to handle multiple clients concurrently. This is more efficient than threading for I/O bound tasks. Asterisk advantages asterisk more efficient than threading for I/O bound tasks, avoids the overhead of thread creation. Asterisk disadvantages asterisk more complex to implement, requires understanding of asynchronous programming concepts. 6. Error handling and best practices. Asterisk use try, except blocks asterisk handle potential exceptions, such as socket.error, OSERror, and keyboard interrupt. Asterisk log errors asterisk use a logging module to record errors for debugging and monitoring. Asterisk graceful shutdown asterisk close sockets properly to release resources and avoid connection leaks. Use shutdown method for orderly shutdown in TCP. Asterisk timeout asterisk set timeouts on socket operations to prevent the server from hanging indefinitely. Asterisk address reuse asterisk use set sockopt, socket.sol_socket, socket.so_reuse address, 1, to allow the socket to be bound to the same address and port even after the server has been closed. This is helpful during development. Asterisk validate input asterisk when receiving data from clients, validate the input to prevent security vulnerabilities and unexpected behavior. Asterisk resource management asterisk carefully manage resources, such as memory and file handles, to prevent resource exhaustion. 7. Code examples, Python. Here are Python code examples demonstrating client-server binding using both TCP and UDP, and illustrating the use of threading to handle multiple clients. TCP example, threading. UDP example asterisk. Explanation asterisk. OneServer.py, TCP. Asterisk imports socket and threading modules. Asterisk handle underscore client, con, address, this function is executed by each thread. It receives data from the client, prints it, and sends it back, echoes. It handles potential disconnection errors. Asterisk start underscore server, creates a TCP socket, binds it to the specified address and port, and listens for incoming connections. When a connection is accepted, it creates a new thread to handle the client. Asterisk s.set sockopt, socket.sol_socket, socket.so_reuse address, 1, allows reusing the address after the socket is closed. Useful for restarting the server quickly. Asterisk error handling, includes a try, except block to handle keyboard interrupt, Ctrl+C, for graceful shutdown. The finally block ensures the socket is closed. 2 client.py, TCP. Asterisk creates a TCP socket and connects to the server. Asterisk sends a message to the server using sendle. Asterisk receives data from the server using reqv. Asterisk prints the received data. Asterisk includes comprehensive error handling for connection refused, timeouts, and other exceptions. 3 UDP_server.py, UDP. Asterisk creates a UDP socket. Asterisk binds the socket to the specified address and port. Asterisk receives data from clients using req_from. This method returns both the data and the client's address. Asterisk sends the received data back to the client using sendto, using the client's address obtained from req_from. 4 UDP_client.py, UDP. Asterisk creates a UDP socket. Asterisk sends a message to the server using sendto. Asterisk receives data from the server using req from. Asterisk prints the received data and the server's address. To run the examples asterisk 1. Save the code asterisk save the server code, example server.py, udp_server.py, and the client code, example client.py, udp_client.py, in separate files. 2. Run the server asterisk open a terminal or command prompt and navigate to the directory where you saved the server code. Run the server using Python server.py or Python udp_server.py. 3. Run the client asterisk open another terminal or command prompt and navigate to the directory where you saved the client code. Run the client using Python client.py or Python udp_client.py. Remember to run the server before running the client. You can run multiple client instances simultaneously to test the server's ability to handle multiple connections, for the TCP example. This tutorial provides a comprehensive overview of client-server binding, covering fundamental concepts, socket programming, TCP and UDP binding, multi-client handling, error handling, and practical code examples in Python. By understanding these concepts and practicing with the code examples, you'll be well equipped to build robust and efficient client-server applications. Consider exploring the use of async library for an alternative approach to handle multiple client connections in a more efficient manner, particularly for I/O bound applications.